I'm always excited, but I'm really excited now because we can see the start of the season right around the corner, and when I first got here, in talking with the administration, my vision for these guys is to always provide something that's unique to them and give them a good student athlete experience. We've wrestled on a battleship before. We've gone all over the country and done some crazy things. That's been some of their highlights. So this year, we had a group out of my hometown, which is pretty cool, put together a great little dual meet down in Florida. And they called my alma mater, and they got us, and we're going to wrestle Iowa State down in Jacksonville, Florida. First time there's been Division I wrestling in Jacksonville. It's already a big hit. That's going to be real fun. But we're wrestling a top 10 team first weekend of the year. It's going to be a battle, as well as Chattanooga. And Buffalo. We tried to get people with Florida ties to be down there, and a lot of these coaches all have Florida ties. So we're trying to give the South a little bit to wrestle and let our kids have a good student-athlete experience by opening up with that. But what I'm real fired up for is our Wisconsin Showcase here in the field house. That'll be our first match December 11th. The coaches at UW Parkside and UW La Crosse and I got together a couple years ago, and we want to showcase Wisconsin wrestling. At every level. And we did it last year in La Crosse, had an unbelievable turnout. This year it's our turn to host in the field house, and we expect a great event. It will be a great event, and let all these kids in Wisconsin see that there's every level of wrestling for them, and there's no reason for them to leave the state if they want to compete in the sport. So tough schedule. Big Ten schedule is amazing. When you get Penn State, Iowa, Minnesota, all at home, it's going to be a heck of a challenge for us, and we're excited. We've got kids that can wrestle, and to build off of last year, we're very, very excited to get the season rolling. But it's going to be a very, very tough schedule. It's the hardest one we've ever put together. But like I said, I think our guys can handle it, and we're excited to get rolling.
In your recruiting priorities, where does building the Wisconsin pipeline sit? And where have you seen that come over the last few years?
Yeah, that's a great question. We need cooperation from people in the state to help us with this recruiting process. We're doing our jobs. We're out there trying to get them and trying to build a wall. The state's got some really, really great kids, but we need some influences to help us push these kids our way and not directing them to other places. And, this is a very unique place, Wisconsin. They've got unbelievable amount of talent at the high school level right now, and they're getting better. And we've got to do our job of really making sure they understand, to the parents, to the kids, in the recruiting process, that it's special to put that W on your chest. The education that you're going to get here is absolutely amazing, and it's coming. Right, we're turning the corner in terms of being a top 10 team right now, looking to be on, looking outside of being a top 5 team. And I think now, once we start getting there and we start growing more in the attendance in the field house, this place is going to become more and more attractive. We're winning national championships. I think now we're putting the kids in the All-American, year in and year out. We're having All-Americans. When we start building that, national championship kid year in and year out, we're going to see more Wisconsin kids staying in town, staying in the state.
Coach, when the organizers of the Battle in the River City reached out to you, how excited were you, not only as a native of Jacksonville, but also as a coach of an elite program?
Yeah, it's amazing. And it's not so much me, it's the power of that W. It's the power of University of Wisconsin. I'm really excited to go back home. I've been doing this a long time, and I feel like I haven't done my job of growing the sport. I should have been down in Jacksonville a long time ago. And hosting events down there and doing those things. But I'm really excited for the kids. It's a unique spot. It's close to the beach. We're going to have a ton of people there. I've got a ton of supporters. My family's been there for over 40 years. We'll have we have NFL people coming out to watch. We have NFL coaches that I'm hearing are going to show up. The people at Airstream Ventures put on events in the city of Jacksonville when the NCAA basketball event is there. Jacksonville Jaguar events. They do an amazing job, and we'll have it's going to be very exciting. We just need our guys to show up and come home with 3 wins. That'll be the goal.
Coach, 2 player-focused questions. First one, just talking about Braxton and his World Championship experience. I mean, did you kind of notice a little bit, or have you noticed a little bit of a change before and after that experience?
Yeah, at the World Champion, it was tough. He didn't know he was going to the World Championships till about a month before, And you know, the World Championships at the senior level is a little different than when he went for U20s the year before. But Braxton has grown so much since March that's what I'm excited for. He's really grown up. He's really matured. He's really understanding, you know, the focus that he needs to have to be an All-American after going through it once. And that World Championship run, it was or going to the World Championships here was almost like we jumped ahead 6 months because it was like, all right, let's get prepared. Let's act like it's a national tournament. Let's. And he did a heck of a job getting prepared. Won a match he shouldn't have won. Beat a really good guy, and then ran into a buzzsaw. And you know, at that level, if you don't basically get to the semifinals, you're going to be out of the tournament. You know, but to go over there to train for a couple weeks, he did an amazing job. We're excited for Braxton.
And talking about, you mentioned keeping these or trying to do your best with hometown kids too. Nicolai, his transition, everything. I've talked with him before. He's a kid, just word for word, says he does not like to lose. And obviously, I'm sure that you love it when kids like that bring that type of fire. How has he been, and how have the older guys kind of taken him under their wing?
Nicolai is amazing. Amazing kid. Amazing where he comes from. You know, he's 20 miles down the road. Didn't know if he was going to wrestle anymore. And you know what? He is, I don't want to say he surprised me because I have seen it in him. But his work ethic, the teammate that he is, everything about him is amazing. He's grown up so much since when we started recruiting him. He's going to have a heck of a career here at the University of Wisconsin. And I'm fired up that you'll see him in the lineup because we get 5 dates with these true freshmen. It's a new rule this year. We can put freshmen into these, plug them in for 5 dates. You're going to see that kid in the lineup somewhere this year, you know, and we'll hopefully we can redshirt him. That's what we want to do. But you'll see him in the lineup with that W on his chest for sure this year. We love him. He's doing a heck of a job. I'm very, very impressed with him.
Is he like any other freshman too? I just want to jump in real quick. I mean, can you compare him to anybody? Like, where's he at in terms of just freshman level?
He's ahead. He's ahead of the freshmen. A lot of these true freshmen. Now you got to remember, we brought in DJ Hamidi last year as a true freshman, so we're starting to compare people to DJ, which is not fair. But you know, we have a group of freshmen in there now. He's head and shoulders above most of them. So it's very, very encouraging. We got to stay on him. You know, keep him focused, keep him disciplined. He understands what I like about him. He understands his opportunity he has here, and he's taking full advantage of it. He's going to be amazing for us.
I wonder to see this February event in Arlington, Texas. Wrestling seems like it's getting more of these destination kind of events in different venues. What do you see happening there? Why is that? What is it bringing in? And what could we see here in Wisconsin to do something along those lines?
So you see what I'm trying to do. These one-off events, they're amazing for the kids. You know what I mean? There's a chance that we're wrestling in a baseball ballpark, you know, that the Texas Rangers play in. Our sport is not like any other sport. We're not that high-profile sport. We don't get to play in front of 90,000 people, right? We don't get to do those kind of things. So when we get an opportunity, man, these kids are going to leave here saying, I wrestled in this state. I went to Florida. I wrestled on a battleship. You start thinking about these things. It's better than coming from where you're wrestling in front of, you know, 2,000 people in a sweaty, dungy gym with 8 mats down and you're sleeping on the mats, right? We want great experiences for these kids. Now, winning the national championship, that's the ultimate. But on their journey to being national champions, they're going to say, I did some awesome things at the University of Wisconsin, and I was extremely blessed and privileged to go there. And you know, if kids show up here, they know that I'm always looking to promote something, or I'm always looking to you know, build a fan base somewhere, or I'm always looking to take these guys to do something that's very unique and you know, something that they'll enjoy, and then you throw the fans on top of it. What I'm hearing from Jacksonville and that Arlington one is these fans we're flying there, we're coming there. How do we get tickets? It's amazing, right? You give someone a little destination. There's a beach. Gives them an excuse to get out of here and follow us a little bit instead. You know, and I'm very excited about that. You know, our fan base is growing, and we're fired up. But experiences, that's what it's all about in life.
Speaking of fan bases growing, you've got some new seating at the field house. I don't know, are you able to use the balcony? Is that part of one of the experiences for wrestling this year? And what's
yeah, I think at some point this year we'll be opening it up. For sure, there's going to be some type of something going on up there. But we've also got chairbacks now. You know, I love Kelly Sheffield. He needs to keep winning so we can keep upgrading that field house. But it's no, it's great. Our fans are going to get to enjoy it. The field house is unique, and they're going to get some upgrades this year. And I just hope the upgrade is us winning a bunch, so we keep pouring people in there.
Coach, how important, you mentioned with Nicolai that he might be in the lineup a little bit this year because of the new rule. Can you explain briefly that new rule and what that means overall for any of our younger developmental wrestlers?
Yeah, so it's a great rule. Our guys, our freshmen will get to be in 5 events that is paid for by the university. They get to put the uniform on, and it's a great rule, but they also, the other part of the rule is they cannot compete unattached in the first semester. It all goes back to an APR rule. It goes back to where wrestling is with an APR and how we're trying to make sure freshmen are established academically before, they don't make it. And it's a great rule, but we're going to be able to pay for these kids to go to open tournaments first semester. It's also, there's a safety rule. We don't want our kids, driving themselves 6 to 8 hours, wrestling 5-6 matches, and driving back. That's what they have to do. So it's, we'll be able to put them on a bus with a professional driver, with coaches, and coach these kids. And it also helps in a dual meet. You're in a dual meet and somebody gets hurt. There should be a lot less forfeits this year where we can pull. Nobody ever wanted to pull a freshman out to wrestle one match and lose his red shirt. So these kids are going to get an opportunity to showcase themselves. And mark my words, there's going to be some kids that come out and do something special that take the spot of some of these seniors late in the year and wind up going to the national tournament around the country.
Austin Gomez won a Big Ten title last year and was one of our 3 All-Americans last year. With him, Dean, Eric, and then we have 2 other returning All-Americans, Trent and our transfer, Taylor Lamont. What are you seeing in terms of leadership from these guys and just leadership from some of our other younger wrestlers that have been stepping up lately on the roster overall?
It's amazing. First of all, we've got a great group of freshmen, and they're in there trying to take these All-Americans' heads off, which is amazing, right? They're coming in here because they do see where these kids are, where those 5 All-Americans are, and they're amazing. They're all unique in their own way, which is what I really love. You don't hear two peeps out of Taylor Lamont till the practice is over, but then you throw Gomez in there and he'll let you have it when you're not working real hard. And then you throw Eric Barnett in there, and he leads by example, and he leads by riding you for 30 minutes, and then you throw. It is an amazing group, very unique leadership, which is amazing. And we've got 5 captains this year that the guys voted on. And really it's really cool when you let your peers vote on you. And I tell these guys it's very special. But Eric Barnett, Gomez, Trent Hilger. Garrett Model and DJ Hamidi are the 5 captains. And you throw a guy like Garrett in there, who started really turning the corner at the end of the year, but that guy leads, again, won't say a word, but he'll lead by example and outwork everybody in that room. So the leadership's there, and I'm lucky as a coach because I can turn a lot of it over to them. And this is a great group. We're very, very excited for the year and can't wait to see where it goes.
One last question. You mentioned Eric, you mentioned Garrett Model. A lot of people may not realize that 50% of the roster is all from Wisconsin and hails from different high school programs. You mentioned that earlier. What has it been like from a culture standpoint on the team and what those local kids doing great things in the training room and on the mat for the Badgers is mean to you? Our
Wisconsin kids are amazing. We love them. And they do a great job. I mean, Eric Barnett, a couple-time All-American. We've got those Wisconsin kids here, and Garrett Model, again, from Stoughton, great tradition. Those guys will be in the starting lineup. The high school coaches in the state of Wisconsin are amazing. We went on a camp tour this year. We go do fundraisers. We go talk to them. The state of Wisconsin and the high school coaches are absolutely amazing, and they're supporting this program 100%. And to put a guy on the mat from the state of Wisconsin in that field house, you hear that crowd cheer just a little bit louder. So we're excited for this future class of kids. We're excited for the state that has developed these kids. And we're going to keep getting after them. And when they'll realize it when they're getting their hand raised in that field house, how special it is to wear that W on your chest and looking around that field house and everybody's going crazy for you.